It's so weird, my phone picks up way more than my regular camera. But anyway, I can only imagine how like the iPhone 18 or 17 is gonna look. But thank you for joining me. This is officially, yes, officially my last video in this house. So I wanted to film a tour, not necessarily a house tour, but like show you around what I've been doing in this home the last almost 2 years now, since March 2024, and to show you around and explain each room, what this room is used for. It's going to be pretty empty now because I'm officially moving out in a couple days, but I still wanted to show you. I don't know why my thumb is in the way. I was like, yeah, this is person number 2 talking. It kind of looks like my face, doesn't it, too? It's kind of weird. Like, if I get it a little closer, it's like the same size as my head. Anyway, I'm distracted, so yeah, let me show you around the house, and let's begin. So right now you may have heard some humming. I am rendering a pretty funny video I just filmed right now on my laptop computer. I still use the same exact laptop computer that I have been having for the last, basically since Corona, 5.5, 6 years almost now. It's gonna be 6 years in March. So 5 years and 10 months I've had this laptop, and it still works quickly. You know, honestly, Dell, not sponsored, but you guys are good. You know, you got good computers. I'll give you that much. No other computer has lasted this long. But anyway, I was having my cup of tea right now, and this is my work desk. So that is a noise remover machine, which I use when my Pookie's home. And I put it right outside the door there, and then I put like a little blanket to cover under the door, because, you know, I believe in client confidentiality, and I don't want anybody hearing my sessions. I personally don't feel comfortable when people hear me talk in bookings. I'd rather just be alone, or just kind of use the noise remover so no one has to hear. And that also helps you guys not hear anybody in the house when they're moving around, doing stuff, working in the kitchen. So yeah, this is my same desk I've had since 2018. It's a green secretary desk, and it still serves me well. You know, I don't really usually buy new things unless they completely stop working. I'm very frugal in some ways, other ways not so much. But this is a bench I had. This is actually my mother's. It's just been carried around from house to house for the last 20 years now, almost. So it's just sitting beautifully there. It's a very nice bench it's mostly for like the front of the home, for like taking your shoes off and on, so you could be comfortable. So over there you see my boxes, and that is to hold up my mic, which is, I'm gonna show you right now, right there. I use the Zoom H8 microphone, so I prop that right on top of that when I'm filming and sitting. I should sit on like a low-lying kind of footstool chair kind of thing, and then it's parallel perfectly with my mouth, and that's how I get that close-up sound without having to break the bank, you know what I'm saying, even though it was a very expensive microphone. So, you know, this is the house, a very plain gray walls with the weirdest brown flooring I've ever seen that like literally shows everything, and sometimes you think things like that are bugs, so it kind of freaks you out sometimes. Double door closet, which is in every room of the house pretty much. Nothing special to look at. There's a little rug there because Paco Taco likes to rest there while I'm doing my readings and stuff. Sometimes I joke he connects spiritually. So right now I'm moving. As you see, I emptied the stuff out. Those are my camera bags. This is my vanilla table. I will be bringing this table over into the new place, although I had to discard of a chair or two because they got damaged over the years. So these are all my tarot cards, candles, sound bowls. crystals. I'm just, reorganizing my space right now. And this is my camera with a tripod, which I got recently, and my ring light. So there's that. Oh my God, you can see the stain on the wall very easily. And I have this beautiful view from outside. So this is my studio / office in one. I did originally have 4 bedrooms when I lived alone here, but 2 of them are now my partner's. So I use this as a studio office in one. And then I have another bedroom elsewhere. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take my memory cards, mic batteries, camera batteries, pens, envelopes, stuff like that. So turn off this light. We're going to walk into the other area. This is where the uranium shelf was. So we're still having to take this all out of here. We have to get this shelf out of here tomorrow so that I can finally move stuff out of that studio. So this is what they call the guest bath. I really love these curtains. Again, my mom got this for us. I'm just gonna pull them forward. Not trying to be too loud. And it's really pretty, isn't it? It's like a tropical jungle with parrots, and my baby loves animals. So yeah, the mirror is all jacked up. I haven't really been cleaning this house because I'm gonna hire a cleaner to take care of that before we leave. So here is a cube shelf, which she has a bunch of stuff on. I'm not gonna show too much, but this is his bed. It's a wonderful canopy bed, entertainment center, and desk. So we still have to take some stuff out, but I'm not gonna show too much there. This is the laundry room. I guess I can show you the garage. I mean, it's really nothing special here, but yeah, I emptied out most of the garage. There's my beautiful, cute as a button red car. Some bikes I still have to take out, shelves. The movers are coming in a couple days. I hired movers to help us move this heavy furniture out the way. So there's the kitchen and living room. There's little Rose flying around. Dining table / dining space. This is kind of what I was talking about. I don't like how everything is entrance, living room, dining, and kitchen all in one big room space. It's like, it feels like there's no privacy, right? It just, yeah, here's the TV. This is the entrance, so very plain, not a grand entrance like I used to have. But, it is what it is. And this was where I filmed a lot of the times, his office space. So we pretty much emptied out the room and the closet. This was all bookshelves, so I've been working on that with him the last month since we came back from Maryland. This couch is probably not going to fit in the new space. I'm surprised it fit here. So I might have to take out that piece and then just clump them together. That's not even my table, but the rest of the furniture is mine. I actually bulked throughout a lot of stuff. See, I took out the doors of my buffet cabinet, and that was a bookshelf. All my books were there. That's kind of where Paco likes to hang out there, obviously. And here he is hanging out here. Oh, I gave him a little piece of food. He didn't want it. Hello, buddy. Rose is always so happy to be on camera. Hello, Rose. Hello, Mrs. McChattyton. So the dining table looks like a hot mess now. I apologize, but here's the backyard. Took out all the patio furniture. I just left a broom and bug spray just in case I needed it. But yeah, once I'm out of here, I'm out of here. I just have to kind of replace the fire alarms batteries. Deuces. This is a plant shelf, glass cabinet. That's his. Yeah, like I said, the kitchen's a hot mess now, but see, it's mostly emptied out the closet and stuff. So took a few chairs, took all those chairs as well. So we did a lot of work, took all the stuff from the top there, emptied out all the cabinets, minus the stuff I need for cooking. Next, I'm going to be taking probably tonight that lamp and that nightstand there. See, I emptied all the drawers. This took quite a long time. And I think tomorrow we're going to disassemble my bed, or at least attempt to. I think I might take that lamp as well. Not sure. I like to use it because I'm on my phone at night before I go to bed. So listening to YouTube and stuff. So I emptied out. I forgot how many clothes I have. It's unbelievable. I took so many trips just with clothes alone. But but mostly emptied out, you know, stuff there. Yeah, so it feels pretty empty to me. I actually just came back from the dentist because they recommended I use this because I was having some gum issues. So this is my bathroom. It's really nothing special. I can't believe I even had this small of a bathroom for a while with like nothing, no glass door, no curtain. I had to install this myself, and it doesn't even really help. The water still comes in, so I have to wipe every time. Emptied out some bottles, emptied out the cabinets mostly, and the shelves, but yeah, that's it really. That's my space. This closet's mostly empty as well. It was mostly my family's stuff. That bin has to go. A couple stuff in the garage, like bikes, have to go still. But other than that, yeah, this was my space, guys. It's a lot bigger than it looks, but this is all there is to it, literally. Like, I just did the whole house. That's it. You've seen the backyard. I'm not going to film it again. But, yeah, it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1833 square feet. Yeah, that's pretty much my whole backyard. It just looks like freaking Jurassic Park. So this was probably a lot of a quicker tour than you would have imagined. There's really not much to show you. You know, I'm moving out, and I just kind of wanted to show you, again, my space for the last couple of years and what I've been doing, and that's it really. Most of the explanation was just in the studio, because the studio room had a lot to do with my work. Now in the new place, as I've mentioned before, I'm going to be having just one bedroom to myself. So I'm going to just have to make it work, where it's literally like an office, sleeping quarters, and sometimes studio. Just how I used to do in the apartment days. I made it work, you know. I just really love this place for a lot of other things. I just wanted to see how I could kind of minimize and make it work, and everything fits, all my equipment fits, you know, and I film everywhere in the house anyway, so it's not like I really need to waste money on a studio, you know, it's really not necessary, especially nowadays where people are being minimalist, and, you know, like, why do you need like 4 or 5 bedrooms? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense, you know, unless you're being showy. So, yeah, it doesn't make economical sense. It doesn't make logical sense. I'm just me and my partner. That's it. Like, we just need the 3 beds. Like, that's it, you know. And so, it was really hard nowadays. So hard to find a 4-bed, 2-bath with a pool, and not just any pool, like new, like a good, like decent, not moldy pool. Okay, not dirty, old, rundown pool. Okay, so this was the best I could do. The space, believe it or not, is actually bigger than this one combined, but it doesn't like feel like it or look like it. It's weird, like how the design of a home sometimes looks. Like, sometimes to me this one looks smaller, sometimes it looks bigger. I can't explain it, but I know it looks cozy. This place looks comfortable. It felt like home for a long time. And, you know, yeah, officially the last video here, guys. So starting Monday, Tuesday, you should start seeing videos at the new house. Okay, I'm definitely not stopping. I am just keep going and keep filming content. By the way, I am back on Facebook, for those of you wondering. I finally reactivated my private Facebook account after 10 years almost. It was just an account where you can add me as a friend, you know, and then I reactivated. I thought I actually lost my information, my Facebook page account. So I have about 6,000 people in total, between 6,500 people between my friend page and my page, okay? So, you know, that was a lot of people that probably didn't know I still made videos, because I stopped posting on Facebook for the last 2 years on my page because I lost my information, my account information, and they wouldn't let me back in because my name doesn't match Tony Bomboni, you know, on my ID. So thankfully through Instagram and made a verification, I was able to claim back my account. So you guys can follow me on Facebook. I think it's facebook.com/official Tony Bomboni. And then you could just type on Facebook, Tony Bomboni. You'll find my friend page as well. You could add me as a friend on there. I'll probably post something more private or personal on the friend page. But for public page, I typically tend to post just my video content, okay? So, yeah. And I'm sorry I sound a little sniffly. I just, like I said, just came back from the dentist. You know, when they open the mouth, sometimes it makes the sinuses drip. So sorry about that. You know, all the tools they dig in there. Nothing's wrong. Everything's a-okay with me. I just had to get something checked real quick. It was just a minor gum issue. It was no big deal. So I feel fine. But anyway, guys, I can't wait to record new content with you at a new place. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I have to mute the volume. I'm sorry. I hope that didn't scare or alarm some of you. My render is just done. So I'm going to go work on the edit now. I promise I'm going to keep making daily content for you so long as I keep getting support. That's how it works on here, you know. TonyBomboni.com is very important to this channel's success and growth. And this year I do plan, fingers crossed, praying for it. I'm going to get a new camera and new laptop computer. I've been thinking of doing the GoFundMe for that because I just spent so much lately on this move. But I'm going to wait. I'll see how things go and with finances and stuff because, you know, I really don't like to ask for help unless I really need it. So, sorry, my nose. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. But thank you guys. I love you all so much. And again, your support on TonyBomboni.com helps me keep going. And that's gonna help me be able to buy new equipment because I decided I'm not really traveling like that this year. So I just want to invest more in my channel this year. That's kind of a goal I've set to myself. And put more into my video content creation, okay? I definitely want to make even better quality. And I definitely want to get back to the green screen because this computer, for some reason, does not process the green screen. So hopefully I'm able to eventually, by the end of the year, get a new computer where that's going to be able to render 4K quality content and green screen. You know, that's very hard. I don't know if you know that, but if you have a Microsoft computer, and you're rendering a high quality HD or 4K video in green screen, it takes a long time to render because it's a lot of memory and processing power it takes to actually produce the video. You know, that's why I stopped doing them. It was so easy to me. Slap the green screen, change the background. Oh, that was easy. You know, it made my life so easy. But like the fact that I couldn't use the green screen was so frustrating. Now I have to come up with all these different creative backgrounds and it just made things so complicated. And I think it was very attention grabbing too in the thumbnail. When people saw the green screen content, they really like to click on those videos. Not maybe in the short term, but I've noticed in the long term, people tend to click and watch more of the green screen videos. And that way I don't really have to work on the thumbnail. But I've been experimenting with thumbnails lately as well, using Google Gemini. And it's wonderful. It was referred to me by a friend of a, well, not a friend of a friend. What am I saying? A friend's partner. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, why didn't I think of trying that? You know, because I tried like ChatGPT, which just was an epic fail. So yeah. And I noticed a lot of YouTube creators are using it now, even ASMR artists. So I'm like, that's wonderful. You know, it just makes for a quick, easy fix and bada bing, bada boom. It's done for you, you know. And yeah, so I may try that for a while. I may let that go eventually. I don't know, but I definitely do want to get back to the green screen, 100 trillion%. You know, I miss doing green screen videos. They were so fun to like change the background, get creative, like make it fit like what you're talking about, the theme, what you're talking about, and credit an artist in the description when you use their work. You know, that whole process was just so exciting to me. Like, oh, you know, this looks so cool. Me in the background there, you know, like it just made the videos a lot of fun. You know, I miss having like that level of fun with my content, you know. So with the higher quality camera, eventually I do plan, and obviously I'm going to upgrade my phone eventually. You know, I don't like to change things unless they're broken. So with that, I really take my time, and I feel like they're spitting out these iPhones so much to try to like, you know, gain profit and stuff. So it's just too quick, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like I'm probably going to wait till like maybe 18. Like 18 is one of my favorite numbers. So maybe iPhone 18, maybe, and then I'll change my phone and I could film more ASMR old-fashioned with the newest iPhone because it's even better quality than this 4K, which this is apparently 4K quality. This is the one with the 3 cameras, although I'm doing front-facing camera now. I guess the back-facing is even higher quality, but I like to see like if the video is still recording, so I don't really like to do the back-facing camera too much. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. And again, here's to another however long I stay at the new place. I'm hoping it's a long time. But yeah, and I got so tired of this place, like raising the rent. Like they raised it so high for nothing. Like there's nothing really here to offer, like gray walls, you know, that's it. It's not really anything special of a home. Yeah, it's cute, but it's like I just feel like everything's so dull nowadays with new built homes. It's like cheap quality, gray, brown, like it doesn't speak life to me, you know. I didn't even want to hang stuff on these walls for the longest time because it didn't speak to me. It just was like, it was a house I had to find because I had to find a house really quick after selling the house. Like nothing was planned very well, you know, and the market was so crap a couple of years ago. It was so hard. It was impossible to find rentals. Like people were so desperate to move to Florida, and it left me in such a stressful situation. This was, first of all, way too expensive for me, out of my budget completely. So, you know, hopefully this is a better accommodation moving forward. And I'm not afraid to downsize. I'm not ashamed to downsize in the future if I have to, you know. I would rather invest more in the channel than, you know, in where I live, where I'm not even like necessarily here, you know, all the time. Either way, I work from home, but it's like, you know, if I'm traveling and stuff, like it's not going to be. So this home I'm going to be probably a lot of the time because I decide not to travel for the time being. But, you know, that's why I'm making it a space. I really want to make it home. But maybe the next home, you know, if I'm not going to make it like home, I'm not going to be all the time. I'd rather just downsize, you know. So, yeah, but these are just thoughts I've been having lately. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go render now and shut my mouth. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Okay, this is it. No more of this house. Last video, guys. Last video here. Okay, I will see you in the new house starting Monday.